Hello everyone. In this video, we are covering British literature. 10 days plan to cover British literature from Old English period to postmodern period. There in Old English period, you can see the important works, key features, and even the literary themes of the important works. There are only very few important works in this age: Beowulf, Seafarer, and the Wanderer. Among these three, Beowulf is the most important one. So you can go through the summary of this particular work, the main characters, plot, and even the major themes. And you can see the literary feature of this particular period is high use of alliteration, that you have to keep in mind. High use of alliteration, epic structure. This particular poem is in epic structure. A use of kennings, these are important. When comes about what I mean, second period, that is medieval literature, you can see Chaucer and his contemporaries. Don't forget about his contemporaries. He has two contemporary writers, William Langdon and John Gower. When we are taking Chaucer's Canterbury Tale is really important. You can go through what I mean, the main characters, and his the Book of Duchess is also important. So you can go through his some works. Okay, there are some other works also: Parliament of Fowls and House of Fame, then Troilus and Cressida. So that book he has dedicated to Gower. So the most important is Canterbury Tales. If you want, you can skip medieval literature also. There, in my opinion, if you don't have time to study or cover British literature, you can skip Anglo-Saxon period and medieval literature, because the weightage of the questions are coming from this part is very less as compared to the other part. Now we are having Renaissance. There is no chance of skipping this particular period. Okay, so you have to thorough with this Renaissance literature. And there in Renaissance literature or Elizabethan age, we can see the important writers, right? So the important writers are, you know, that university wits. Then Spencer is there. Spencer's works are really important. Then we are having Sidney, Philip Sidney. Philip Sidney's Astrophel and Stella. Then when we are coming, Edmund Spencer, Edmund Spencer's Fairy Queen, Shepherd's Calendar, epithalamion, prothalamion, these all are really important. Then we are having White also. Then, you know, like Shakespeare. Shakespeare is there. University wits, they are also important. University wits works are really important. Don't skip any single work of university wit. You know, like they're in Oxford School, John Lilly, George Peele, Thomas Lodge, Thomas Middleton. Cambridge School, Robert Greene, Thomas Nash, Christopher Marlowe. And Thomas Kidd, he has attended neither Oxford nor Cambridge, but he is also the part of university wit. So here I will make a separate video by including all these writers and their major works from the examination point of view, the frequently asked questions from each and every portions. So here is just a gist of the period, different periods in English literature and the major authors. So there in metaphysical poets, so you should go through the works of John Herbert, Croshaw, Vaughan. Then we are having Herrick, Robert Herrick, Andrew Marvell, Thomas Caddo. Okay, fine. Now we are having the Jacobin and metaphysical poetry's part. So there in the Jacobin period, so there are some of the important writers. So the first one I could say Milton. So Milton's Paradise Lost. Then we are having his, Aeropagitica, and even the metaphysical poets. It can be John Donne, Thomas Caddo, Robert Herrick, Andrew Marvell, John Herbert, Richard Crashaw, Henry Vaughan. These all are really important. Then we are having John Donne. John Donne, as I told you, I already mentioned John Donne. So John Donne's work poems are really important, like Canonization, Hymn to God the Father. Lovers, Alchemy is important. Then Henry Vaughan's The Retreat is important. Then Andrew Marvel's to his koi mistress, it's really important. So go through this was the year of publication, everything you should go through. Then we are having Restoration Age. There in Restoration Age, I would say Dryden. Dryden is the main figure. Along with Dryden, you can see William Congreve, William Wycherley. Their works are important. Then John Bunyan. John Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress and Progress first and second both are important. Then John Dryden's satirical works are also important. So the next one is neoclassical age. We know that Dryden is predominantly a poet, but here in this period, you can see the different uh, techniques, methods, objectives of his drama. Four groups of plays are there in this neoclassical age: heroic play, blank verse tragedy, comedy, tragicomedies. So you can see Dryden's drama here, and after that Samuel Johnson is an important figure. Then Jonathan Swift. Then we are having Joseph Edison, Richard Steele, Daniel Defoe, Alexander Pope. So they all are important figures in this particular age. And we are also having what I mean Henry Fielding, Daniel Defoe, I told you, like Jonathan Swift. The next period is Romantic period. There in Romantic period, you can see the major poets are William Wordsworth. Then you can see Coleridge. Then we are having Byron. Then Shelley, Keats, Walter Scott. Then William Hazlitt. They all are known for essays. Then Thomas Dickinson, Charles Lamb, Jane Austen, Maria Edgeworth, they all are important. And when comes about lyrical ballad, you have to thorough with the time of publication, year of publication. Then Byron's important works, then Shelley's important works, the timeline. Again and again, why I'm repeating that here in this particular flyer, I'm giving a brief analysis of this particular age, not a detailed one. So if you are going through this, you won't be able to crack UGC net. So you have to go through the authors and try to analyze their works timeline. Now we are having the Victorian age. There in Victorian age, we can see Tennyson, then Browning is there, Matthew Arnold, then we are having Charles Dickens, Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Okay, so many other writers. I mean, this particular age is filled with n number of authors. Then we are having Bronte sisters, Charlotte Bronte, Emily Bronte, Annie Bronte. Then we are having George Eliot, Thomas Hardy, then Thomas Carroll, John Ruskin, W.B. Yeats, Oscar Wilde, G.M. Hopkins. Hopkins' Sprung Rhythm is important. Oscar Wilde's all works are important. His gothic horror, everything. Then you can see modern and postmodern period. Day 9 you can spend for modern period. There in modern literature you can see Rudyard Kipling, John Galsworthy, Arnold Bennett, H.G. Wells, Joseph Conrad, E.M. Foster, James Joyce, D.H. Lawrence. Then we are having Ford Madox Fox, then Ezra Pound, T.S. Eliot, Virginia Woolf. They all are really important. Then we can see W.H. Jordan. Then we are having Poetry of 30s. Max Ponte, right? Max Ponte is the code. I will make a detailed video, and you can see the Wasteland. Wasteland is the most important work, and Ted Hughes, Samuel Beckett, Siano Casey, Harold Pinter, Murray's work. These all are important. So there in the next video I will include all the author and their main works. Here you are having a basic idea. I'm not saying you to depend on this particular flyer, which can offer you an idea, brief idea about different ages and how to plan your studies. Thank you.